back to another episode of Hard Reads. It is just me this time because Aussie's mic was some trash. Not his fault though, he was moving. So sometimes you gotta take a little time to get things set up, but the show must go on. So yeah, man, welcome. I'm TKbreezy, and we're gonna talk about a couple subjects that I have in mind. Most of it being the direct. Now that if you guys did not see the direct, you definitely missed out on that. But I will definitely recap some of the good stuff for the Smash people, but also some of the cool stuff that I just kind of remember. I know the Animal Crossing people got super hype, as well as the Xenoblade people. I'm not really super into remakes. However, I know that Xenoblade was a really good game, and I know a lot of people liked it. And just got a tweet from D1, so this is good timing of all those things that he saw. So Xenoblade, Animal Crossing, the SNES Virtual Console, Pokemon's getting more shine. That Luigi's Mansion looks amazing. Daemon X Machina, which is coming out in like another week or so. I think I'm going to play that as well. Overwatch showed up. Devil May Cry, Elite Tetris 99, among other games that old school heads probably are about. If you like Doom, Doom's coming back. It was nice. It was a nice direct. I feel like I can't really put anything past it outside of saying that was just a really nice direct. And I think that Nintendo, I feel like that was the first direct that everyone like agreed was nice. Like no one, usually what happens is like you get on Twitter and like because one game wasn't announced or whatever, the whole direct is trash according to people. But this one announced so many things, and it released Banjo like on some Beyonce album type stuff, where it just decided, you know what, when's the release date? It's now. So that's good. I will be streaming some Banjo tonight. Tonight being 9/4, if you end up listening to the podcast. So first things first, I guess we could talk about what happened at Switch Fest, which was like pretty crazy. Switch Fest, if you didn't watch it, you can kind of look at the bracket, which is like what I'm about to do right now. Switch Fest, the top 4 were all Japanese players, and I have to like commend 2GG. I feel like 2GG's job now is to make sure that we don't forget the Japanese players are really good, because almost every tournament they have, 2GG will fly out like a bunch of Japanese players, and they will, they'll slap the bracket. So this time around, they slapped the bracket to the point where they were top 4. That was like, I mean, it's not like unheard of, but it is crazy to see how they just kind of showed up and was like, you know what, like we want to win now. We want to win today. So I'm trying to find the Ultimate Singles bracket so I can see who was in top 8. Oh, I don't even need to see who was in top 8. So top 4 was Kamame won, not dropping a single set. T got second with Pac-Man, Komei Shutone, and then 5th was Light and Gluttony, and then 7th was Joker and Mars. And so the real big success stories here, obviously, in this top 8 is the Japanese players really popping off like that. Kamame, T, Komei, and Shutone all popping off like that. Shutone's been popping off for a bit, and Kamame, I feel like he has been popping off as well, but been a little under the radar as far as like his name, because usually a lot of people are looking at like Leia's and T, and then the other T, Link, even though he's like, I feel like he's not really popping off like that, but he's probably the best Link in the world. So you still watch him. Shutone's been doing well for a while. So Kamame, putting his name back in the hat. Abadango's been doing well as well. Just did not show up in this top 8. The other success story is Joker, man. Joker coming over with the Samus and Dark Samus. That's like a crazy thing to see a Joker, or not Joker, a Samus and top 8 of like such a stacked tournament. So that, I mean, that's just, that's unheard of. Yeah, I'm saying like, it's basically unheard of, to the point where like you don't really get to see a lot of Samuses pop off like that. I mean, here he is getting in the top 7 of a pretty stacked tournament. It's a 447 entrants, but you have to think about like the top. Let's look at the top 48 actually, so we can just, you have to look at the bracket and really see the standings to be like, all right, was this tournament stacked or not? So top 48, Komei had Wadi, had Shutone was in there. Actually, Shutone actually put Light and Losers. Okay, had Charlie the King in here, Master Mario, Mars, Mei, Snoop. How was it? I think that was Yoshi Ditto. Rip. Mr. R, Exacts. I mean, there's all type of good players here in the top 48. So you can't really say that it was like a tournament that didn't deserve some shine. Puppe was here as well, and he's been kind of doing quite well recently. So that's just one pool too. I haven't even looked at both of the pools yet. I actually just looked at one of the pools to see what it looked like as far as top 48. Here on the other side of the pool, we had T, Gluttony, Kamame, MVD almost made it in the top 12. Losing to Kamame right there in a 2 out of 3 fashions. That's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good for, or not 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 fashion where it went to game 5. So Larry Learn actually doing quite well this tournament, getting into the top 12 this time around over Void. AC was in the air, Nico, Hikaru, Rivers. So a lot of good talent here in the top 48. You know, so at the same time, as I'm saying, like you can't really count anybody out. You can't really say this wasn't a tournament where like there wasn't enough competitions to really slow down the Japanese players. Obviously, Samsora and MKLeo not being in the mix might have hurt it just a little bit as far as like, oh man, you know, does it really count? But every tournament win counts IMO if it's a national or regional at the very least. Your 10-man local, I mean, well, you don't have to brag about that. But if you're in a national or regional, then yeah, you should pop off. All right. So let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. All right, yeah. So let's move to the next tournaments. There's 2 tournaments coming up this weekend. If you guys didn't know, the first one is DreamHack Montreal, and the second, well, this is for Smash, by the way. The first one is DreamHack Montreal, and the second one is Port Priority. I will be at Port Priority, which is in Seattle, and I know you're probably like, what? Port Priority? Yeah, I'm going to Port Priority for 2 reasons. They hit me up first, and 2, the Nintendo store is up there, and I want some exclusive merch. So I'm, so you know, you gotta buy, you gotta go to where the money takes you, and therefore took me there to spend it. So I'm gonna be there getting some good Nintendo merch. And when people ask me, "Hey man, where'd you get that shirt?" I'll be like, "This is an exclusive unless you live in Seattle." So I'm trying to look at who actually entered right now. Doesn't seem like there's a lot. Oh, that's doubles. I was gonna say, doesn't seem like there's a lot right now. I need Smash Ultimate singles. Hold on. Okay, so Smash Ultimate singles has 294 players right now, but it does not seem like this is actually seeded yet. So I'd have to go through and see who's actually here. There's 294 players, and I don't really know a lot of these names. So this might be one of those tournaments where more people sign up near the you know, the actual date. That happens quite a bit where like, you know, people actually try to sign up day of and things like that. Black Twins will be there. And I'm sure they have like some pretty good representation from the Canadian scene or anyone around there. Mostly like Ontario, probably Toronto and stuff like that. But I don't know about Vancouver. That's all on the other side of Canada, which that's probably like, you got to clap it up for me being an American and not just saying, you know, Canada, like it's one small state or something. Happens all the time. But all right, I don't really see any other names in here from clicking through. Oh, H-Box will be there. He'll be playing in Ultimate Singles as well. Mirage J, so that's Supergirl Kels' brother, will be there, which I feel like that means Supergirl Kels will also be there, but I haven't seen her name yet. As I'm sliding through to see if I recognize any of these names. Yeah, I don't really recognize a lot of names here. I see Shrike is going to be there as well, so that's good. But again, this might be one of those tournaments that more people sign up to at the end. The good thing about DreamHack, though, is if you've never been to DreamHack, it's actually like just like if you like more than just one game, it's a really good place to go to. You have a bunch of fighting games. You have like the real esports games, and you have the Dotas, you have the Overwatches, and all that good stuff. Not every single one, obviously, but like you have Halo there as well. So obviously, if you like, you know, a plethora of games, DreamHack is usually a good watch. Or if you decide to go, it's a good convention to go to too. You get some nice gamer merch as well between the MetaThreads booth, the DreamHack booth, and any other clothing booths. And they also usually have Artist Alley as well. So if you live in Canada or you live like in Michigan or New York or something like that, you know, definitely take that drive up to Montreal and go to DreamHack Montreal. But if you live on the other side, aka if you live closer to Vancouver and you're going to Seattle, well, let's talk about what's going on at Port Priority. So let me just go ahead and type that in real quick. I will be there. EE will be there. I'm pretty sure we're doing top 8. So you at least have the Black Plague doing top 8 commentary. There's plethora of commentators as well. So there should be some shine from some of the Seattle commentators. I know GPIC's going as well as Edmund. So there's a little SoCal and NorCal representation. 443 entrants right now for Port Priority. And it looks like they've already seeded, or at least they started to seed. And so this is what we got so far. Just looking at the attendee list, we have DeBuzz, Salem, Fatality, Elegant, MVD, Captain L, Meister, Locust, Vincessant, Best Nest, Schroeder, Nico, Locke, Yeti, Moonshine. So we got some pretty good people here. Conga's going to be there as well. I love seeing Conga pop off. Pandarian will be there. So obviously, I think the big thing is there is going to be a lot of Seattle or Pacific Northwest region representation. Might even see Big D pop off again. Dark Wizzy will be there. Prodigy will be there, trying to see the battle between who's going to be the higher placing Mario. I had to bet, I'd say Dark Wizzy because he's been doing quite well. Nothing against Prodigy, Just saying that Dark Wizzy has been doing quite well recently, so you definitely don't want to take anything away from him. So yeah, man, Dwayne's going to be there too. We have some pretty good representation of top players for this here tournament of Port Priority 5. Again, I'll be there. It's a 2-day tournament, Saturday and Sunday. I think they're doing a decent amount of doubles on Saturday, and then I think there might be some singles as well. But for the most part, I think the stream's probably going to be a lot of the main stream might be doubles, and I think I'm closing out doubles as well as far as commentary goes. So yeah, Big D will definitely be there. So I'm going to be hyped to see that as well. So those are the 2 tournaments coming up. If you want to watch, definitely hit up the Smash G. You can see who's streaming it or what stream is going on the main page at all times. I'm trying actually to see if I can find it right now. Commentary vendor, understanding. Nope, these are all applications. All right, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere on here, but yeah, Port Party will be. I feel like it might actually be streamed by VG. I wouldn't even be surprised. They seem to be streaming everything. But DreamHack will obviously be streamed on like DreamHack Smash. All right, so that's all the tournaments coming up. What did you guys think about the Direct? And while I wait for those answers to roll in, let me just go ahead and tell you what I thought about the Direct. So the good, obviously, Banjo's coming out tonight. I have a reason to stream. The extra good is that they're bringing more DLC. That's dope. The only bad that I really see is like I'm actually really tired of remakes. I don't really care for things to be re-released on the Switch. But I guess if you're like a person who only owns a Switch, then it's a little different for you. I have a godlike PC, I have a PS4 Pro, and I have a Nintendo Switch. So most games that have already come out, I've probably already played. And I've owned like a bunch of systems before this as well. So most games that have come out, I've probably already played. And I can't think of another. I can't think of any game that's came out that was a remake that I really enjoyed. Like I've played Zelda, Ocarina of Time like a million times on my 64, and then it was remade for the 3DS, and I just didn't care. Like I played halfway through it, and I was like, dude, I beat this game so many times that I don't really think that me beating it again on a different system is gonna be anything, special or worthy for me. So yeah, me and remakes, not a super huge fan of those. But if you enjoy remakes and there's a remake that came out for you, I'm not really the type of guy who's going to shit on you for liking a remake either. Like if you want to really play Xenoblade Chronicles again in an HD, hey, do it, bro. If they came out with an XCX, I might actually play that game again. Only because like I feel like at the time that I stopped playing XCX, it was just because another game came out that needed all my attention, and then I tried to go back to XCX and it was impossible. But I really enjoy XCX's fighting style, gameplay, the skills, all that good stuff. Yeah, so. Yeah, Blueberry says, "Will I finally play Xenoblade 1? Probably not. I as I said, I don't really care to. I don't really care to go back. I played Xenoblade Chronicles X when it came out. I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 when it came out. I wasn't really into the Xenoblade series when 1 came out. And I've watched a decent amount of 1. I'm sure that it would be a game that I'd probably get into. But I've watched D1 play through the entire thing. I've watched Zero play through the entire thing. Like I feel like there's no reason for me to play at this point in time. So yeah." I'm I'm good. So, all right. I don't know how Raycat got banned, but he said he's on that Terry life. So it's good to see Raycat's back in the mix. If he's gonna actually play some games here with the Pride this time. I haven't played. I think I've only played Raycat and Smash like one time. So yeah, I would be very surprised to see my man actually popping off this time around. But if he does, I would like to see more info for Terry. I wonder if he's going to have inputs like Ken and Ryu do. And if so, I mean, that would make a lot of sense. He's an SNK character. He obviously has inputs because it's a fighting game character. So hopefully with the announcing of the second DLC pass, I really hope they put a Tekken character in. I don't really care who it is either. Like, I just hope that they put a Tekken character in. I mean, it could be Heihachi, it could be Jin, it could be something as obscure as Gigas. I'd be like, all right, whatever, bro. Like, let's get some Tekken representation out here. So that would be cool. I also want to see Travis Touchdown still making in. I'd like to see some female representation. If you haven't noticed, none of the characters of the DLC patch or pass for females. It's just you got Joker, you got Banjo, I was about to say Lucas. I don't know why I was about to say Lucas. Man, I'm lost on the DLC myself. Not even everyone's even getting used. So, but you got Joker, you got Banjo, you got Piranha Plant. You got Ken's not DLC. He's actually in the game. Man, hold on, let me just look. Hero, there we go. I almost forgot about Hero because no one's using him. So that's I mean, that's just good stuff. So I want to see like Shantae. I want to see. I don't know. I like to see like some female representation just from a fighting game too. They could have put Chun-Li in. I know that's like 3 Street Fighter reps, but like who cares? They could possibly do some Mortal Kombat stuff. Would be dope for that. They could put in Amy. I don't think I'd actually want to play Amy, but like it'd be funny to see how she plays, how different she plays. She wouldn't be like super fast like Sonic, but she'd still have the hammer, so that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, man, I definitely like to see some female representation for the DLC. I definitely want to get Travis Touchdown in as well, just because No More Heroes is like my favorite game of all time. Well, that series, and I'm really hyped that No More Heroes 3 is coming out fairly soon. I didn't really like the last No More Heroes. I don't know if you guys so I didn't try to play it on stream, but I don't know if you played it. But that last No More Heroes game was not. It was like a side game from the regular one, so it didn't play anything like the regular ones. I didn't really enjoy it that much. So probably not going to beat that one. That's unfortunate. I played it a lot on the plane. I think I got about 9 hours in, and I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me. I need my wrestling moves back. Yeah. Oh yeah, arms too. I didn't even think about arms. They could put like Min in, Twintel, Ribbon Girl. I would be all about that. Oh, you talking about Elma from Xenoblade? She could be put in as well. So the Death Drive beat was nice. I will give shout outs to the Death Drive beat. Whenever I had to pick a game, I would just sit there for like a long time listening to that beat. So yeah, man. I wasn't expecting the direct to be this action packed. I mean, I know it was gonna be like 40 minutes. And then we had 40 minutes plus of the little showcase that they did at the end. So basically all we're doing now is waiting for Banjo to show up. And then everyone's going to stream Banjo. I mean, I'm probably going to be in the lab for like 10 minutes. And then I'm going to just play a bunch of people online because why not? Actually, we didn't even talk about that. What do you guys think about Banjo, man? We only talked about the fact that he was released, but like after seeing a decent amount of their moveset, what do you think about that character? I'm hoping that you can actually be reverse the grenade, because that would make that grenade like so much better. Being able to put the grenade out. I feel like Banjo can be playing in 2 different ways now though, because he has the grenade that bounces, you have the egg that also bounces, and you have the rapid fire egg. So you now have the grenade that will control that bouncing space, and then you can sit back and just kind of like, I don't know, camp it out if you want to be. I know that's how the Buzz is going to play it, but that's one way you can play it, or you can play the charging Banjo and just kind of try to go in all the time. It's got that dope ass charge move, and then it seems like most of Banjo's smashes seem to have some pretty good power, at least from what I've seen. I saw the down smash, looks kind of like Ridley's down smash but smaller. The F smash looks stupid strong. The Up smash has a scooping hitbox, which is important because if you guys remember, Heroes Up smash does not have that scooping hitbox, thus making it to me one of the worst up smashes in the game. But yeah, overall I don't know where to put the character yet because I've only seen Sakurai play him. I need to get my hands on him first, and hopefully though it's nothing lower than a mid tier. I feel like if you release DLC and it's lower than a mid tier, that is a waste of DLC. I'm looking at you, Piranha Plant, even though you've been getting some buffs. But yeah, when you release DLC and they're not over mid tier at the very least, it's just, I don't know, kind of like a waste of DLC. Feel bad for those characters that have been in the game the entire time and they're still considered low tiers. But yeah, if you release DLC, that means that's a character that you made after the game was released, and you know how, like, you could see the power spread of the game, and you still decided to put this character on the lower side of things. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. So, but I'm very hyped to play some Banjo. I'm very hyped to play some Terry, but even though I'm not really good at those input characters, at least not on the GameCube controller. You know what I need? I need a Smashbox. That's what that's gonna be our next sponsor, bro. Sponsored by Smashbox, so I can play Ryu and Kid and possibly Terry Bogard when it comes out. But yeah, I'm like, I will be streaming a little later. I don't know when that's actually gonna drop, but whenever it does, the stream will definitely be up and ready to go. I just don't, as I said, it says it's coming out today. Don't know if that means, today our time, or if that means today, Pacific's time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 7:28 here now. I'm in the East Coast. 7:28 here now. If it ends up being like, I don't know, 9 p.m. release Pacific time, I'm probably not streaming because that's way too late. It's gonna be midnight. I'm already tired. Everyone's gonna be slapping me and then talking shit. Man, your Banjo's trash. Probably, but so is yours if you think about it. Unless you've managed to figure out that character in about 10 minutes. Hopefully, we get some good viewership for that. Like literally every streamer is gonna be streaming. Zero's gonna be up. Naira's gonna be up. Hack, Cosmos, Void. It's gonna be pretty cluttered in the Smash section, but that's gonna look good for the community overall. That the Smash Smash directory on Twitch and possibly Mixer too, if you stream over there, is big. I feel like that's one of the things. That was something I actually meant to talk about the other day, which I guess I have some time now since we're just ranting. I think that like streaming Smash or fighting games in general is just so hard if it's not a tournament, because there's only so much stuff that you can do to entice the people who would be watching said things. Like if you're not like training, or if you're not dropping tech, or if you're not playing viewers, I feel like there's not really a lot else you can do that's going to entice the people to watch. While in other games, you're playing one-player games, people want to go for the ride, or they want to see you speed run something, or they want to see you go for some crazy strat or do some crazy combo to a computer if you're playing like one of those type of platinum games, things like that. But Smash and fighting games, you're kind of pigeonholed into either like playing ranked or playing viewers or practicing, and there's like no real in between or no real movement outside of when you actually finally play in tournament. So like being a solo Smash streamer or a solo fighting game streamer can be difficult. I don't think it's impossible. I mean, Nairo does very well with what he does. He's managed to make or kind of break that mold. I know he does like the Nairo bets at all thing as well, and that's very nice for him. But for the most part, like he's still playing viewers, training, or playing subs, or playing quick play. So I don't know. It's like an interesting dynamic, because it's the game that we're all known for, and it's the game that we all like to play, but there just isn't that much room, I feel like, to work with as far as, oh man, my alert's going in. Oh no. I don't think y'all can hear that. I think that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, no, it's an interesting dynamic. Because there's like, obviously this is what we do. We're gonna play, we're gonna get competitive and whatever and whatnot. But to make that into a full stream, or like a full thing all the time, it's like there's so many other parts of Smash, there's so many other parts of fighting games that like just never really get seen. I played the story for Tekken. I don't know if anyone else did it, but I definitely played the story on stream for Tekken because I really like the Tekken lore. But I'm sure that some people walked into that stream and said, oh, this guy's not playing ranked or whatever, I'm out. So it's just it's hard, but one day we'll figure it out. One day we'll figure out how to make the other parts of the of Smash or just fighting games in general more fun to watch. The home run contest is coming out. Some people are probably going to make some crazy records on that. So at the very least, that's one good stream of doing crazy home run stuff. And I would, I'll probably be in at least one of those streams. I don't really do the home run contest myself, but I do like seeing those crazy combos and seeing how far the sandbox flies. Plus, now that the sandbox goes out in orbit, I mean, Sakurai hit the hell out of that sandbag, bro. That joint was about to hit Saturn. So that's pretty cool. I like the background of the home run contest as well. But just overall, I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover today. The Japanese players are still godlike from Switch Fest. We have 2 tournaments coming up that you can both watch this weekend. Banjo will probably not be at either one of those. I think the first tournament, Banjo, if we're following the rules correctly that I'm used to hearing or seeing, the first tournament I think we'll see Banjo in is probably main stage. Glitch is too close. At least I think Glitch is too close in what we're used to do, which is like the 2-week thing. So Glitch is too close, but Tantalus may just let it rock anyway. But yeah, the main stage is the weekend after that, so we should probably see it at main stage. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm definitely down to see some Banjo gameplay in the near future. But yeah, man, watch those tournaments. And again, this is Hard Reads, just me this time because Aussie's mic was kind of messed up. But I think by next week, he should be all fully moved in. So we'll have another perspective to talk about as far as, talking about the show and just whatever's going on in Smash. We'll talk about the recap of what happens this weekend between Poor Priority and DreamHack. We'll talk about if Banjo is busted or not. We'll try to slide Banjo into the tier list somewhere in our first week impressions. And I don't know, man. Like, I feel like my first week impressions are usually like really good. I think, I don't know if y'all remember, but like, remember when Cloud first came out and all the top players were like, man, Cloud's trash, bro, because he couldn't do like down throw to anything. And it was like, are y'all for real? Like, are y'all not seeing these moving hitboxes and the fact this man can kill you at 6? I was like, bro, that joint was top players, bro. They got into that training mode did down throw and couldn't get a follow up and was like, this character's trash. And then it said the same thing about Ryu as well. And I was like, this is impossible. There's no way a character who's allowed to just sail through the air like this with giant hitboxes is trash. Like, he's too quick. He has really good kill options. I don't even see how you can see that. And then by the end of Smash 4's lifespan, we had to ban Cloud from doubles. And then he was still in like every top 8 for singles. And then, yeah, I don't know, man. Top players have some very interesting views. So I feel like my views usually are really, I won't say they're spot on, but I think they're much closer to the reality than top players like 10-minute views. They just, I don't know, man. Anyways, this is Hard Reads. Thank you guys for watching. We are going to be back next week, as I said, with Poor Party, with DreamHack, with Banjo Talk, and probably just patch talks as well, because there's gonna be a whole patch that comes out with Banjo, so we can see who got nerfed and buffed and see if that affects or shakes up the meta game. Please add March to the game, Sakurai. That's all I have to say. I'm TKbreezy. Austin will be here next week. We'll see you guys next time.